Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I am Soini. The Tata EV has just launched the Harrier EV in India, 21.49 lakh rupees ex-showroom. That's the introductory ex-showroom pricing. And to know more about this SUV, let's deep dive into the walk around. Let's check out what Rohit has to say about it.
This is the new Tata Harrier EV. We saw it for the first time at the Bharat Mobility Expo 2025. That time they didn't really reveal a lot of technical specifications. Now we have. I don't know how much of it the camera is capturing, but you can see blue, you can see shades of purple in it as well, and it's available in 5 different color options, including the stealth black that we saw at the Bharat Mobility Expo. But the main details are obviously to the front end, completely different grille compared to the Harrier IS that we know of so far. Even the lower part is completely different. And then you also see this box because there is level 2 ADAS, which Tata claims is Indianized, and they're going to tell us a lot more about it as time passes. So we'll just hang around on that bit. You also get a completely flat underbody, and what you see here are 18-inch wheels. Of course, these look like aerodynamic discs because that is exactly their function. They aim to reduce the aerodynamic drag while on the road. As for the suspension, you also get the frequency selective damping on this one, so that's some top tier suspension for this particular category of car. Now you also see the .ev badging on the door, and then there are plethora of cameras to give you 540 degrees of surround view. At the end, you see that the quad wheel drive. That's Tata speak for electric all-wheel drive system, because this vehicle uses a permanent magnet synchronous motor at the rear and an induction motor at the front. So 2 electric motors giving you electric all-wheel drive capabilities. Now let's count the number of cameras. There is one each, of course, in the wing mirrors, but in the front end, if you see, you get one here right beneath the Tata logo. That's the standard placement. Then you will see one on the windscreen right there, and then one above that. So that's 3 cameras in the front. Why? Well, one is going to help you with all the reversing functions. The one in between, on the inside view rear view mirror, is essentially a dash cam. So it's going to keep recording footage of whatever is in front of you. And in case of a collision, it's going to auto save that as well. So you can use it for your insurance claims, or, if you need to use it with an FIR or something. So we'll leave it to that. And the third one is for the ADAS. So it's going to use a combination of radars and the camera-based system for a level 2 ADAS functionality, and it's Indianized is what Tata says. Then similarly at the rear, you'll get one reversing camera right here beneath the Tata logo again, and you'll also see one in the shark fin antenna. What is that for? That's not for ADAS. That is for the E-mirror or the EIRVM. So the inside rearview mirror is not a traditional mirror. It's drawing feed from this so that the driver can get a full view, a wide view of what is behind the car. At the same time, if you are chauffeur driven, you can enjoy your privacy in the back seat. The driver is not going to get any view of what's happening in the back. The battery pack goes in the floor, and you're going to get 2 options. So the lower-end variants are going to come with a 68 kilowatt hour battery pack. Higher-end variants will come to 75 kilowatt. Both of these are made in India. They are also tested for all the safety aspects that Tata is famous for, which means that battery pack also tested for that 5-star safety rating that Tata is running with. And Harrier is definitely going to achieve that even with its electric variant. In terms of the charging, both these battery packs are compatible with 120 kilowatt in fast charging options. And by 2027, Tata is going to set up 500 of these 120 kilowatt fast chargers. And there'll be public chargers, which means anyone can use it. Tata customers will get a discount, 25% discount to begin with, and I'm sure as promotions go, some of them will also be free for some Tata customers. And not just that, the battery packs come with an unlimited kilometer lifetime warranty. No 8-year, no 10-year limit, lifetime warranty. Whether that extends to the second or the third owner, that remains to be seen. We'll check with Tata on that. But in terms of the range, Tata is claiming over 625 kilometers of range for the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. At the same time, they have this C75 concept, right? It's not the IDC, the Indian driving cycle. It's something that they've derived from all the driving data that they have got from their own customers. So they say that looking at the driving patterns of 75% of their customers, this car will be able to give you easily between 450 to 505 kilometers of real-world driving range with that 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. There's a tiny little switch in here which operates the powered tailgate, and once you open the boot, it reveals a 502 liter boot space. quite sizable in my opinion. You also get a 60-40 split seat, fully collapsible. So once you do that, you get up to 999 liters of boot space. Well, let's talk about the cabin, the front end of it. The first thing that's going to attract your attention is, of course, this 14.5-inch touchscreen. It's a Samsung QLED display panel, and Tata claims it's the first of its kind in the industry. It's mated to a 10-speaker JBL system, and you'll see that the JBL speaker or the JBL logos are done up in black because this is a JBL black system, something that they say is the top of the line for this category of car. And like I said, it's a 10-speaker system, so you get that proper surround sound. They also have Dolby Atmos for it. They also mentioned spatial audio. You need to check that, but it's a proper surround sound system. And then the rest of the cabin, it feels familiar, it looks familiar with the standard Harrier that we've seen, but this is of course the big talking point. And once you go into the maps, now this is powered by Map My India. It basically shows you a polygon and it tells you the radius that you can travel with the current state of charge. You see that, you see the green and the red. So with the current state of charge, that's the kind of radius that you can go into. So here you can get a quick view of the rear view mirror. This is actually a screen. And like I was showing you, there is also camera behind that. So that doubles up as a dash cam. And then it also can record feed from the rear camera, the one that is on the shark fin antenna. So in case you are rear-ended by someone or if there is a collision, it will also save all that footage. This is where you get the terrain mode selector or the different mode selector, and you will be able to, depending on the surface that you're driving on, cater or change all of this. So there's snow and grass, there is mud and ruts, there is sand, there is rock crawl, and then there is also a custom mode. So basically it is going to be a function of the quad wheel drive or the all-wheel drive, electric all-wheel drive system that you have, and traction control system, both working together to give you these different modes to be able to tackle different kinds of terrain that you're driving on. So let's also talk about the rear seat. Ingress, egress, absolutely easy. Now this is not a born electric platform. It still has a big battery pack underneath, but you're not really sitting in a knees up position or anything. The seating position is really good, so I really like it. What you will also see is this little pattern on this big panoramic roof that they've created, sort of giving you a view of the galaxy, so to say. But yeah, they love doing things like these, right? This is not electronic, it's just a pattern that is printed on top. Now in terms of the overall seating comfort, really good. The contouring is quite nice. You also get this center armrest with 2 cup holders. So overall, it's really nicely done. Now this is the accessorized version, but what you do get are these comfort headrests that you see right here. That is again quite nicely done. And then you have these window blinds also at the rear. And finally, you also get this boss mode, which means that just pressing these switches, you will be able to control the position of the seat in front of you, so you can maximize your foot space, leg room, all of that, and just snooze back here in comfort. Let's also take a look at the skeleton of the Harrier.ev. So what you will see here at the front is the induction motor. What they are using at the rear is a permanent magnet synchronous motor. That is what you will see on the rear. And together these work to create that electric all-wheel drive system, or in Tata speak, the quad wheel drive system. And as for the chassis, they have color-coded it. So that is for you to understand that 57% of the chassis is made using high strength or advanced steels to get it that 5-star safety rating, and that extends not only to the passenger cell but also to the battery pack that will go underneath. So even in terms of side impact collision, frontal, rear collision, whatever it may be, it has been tested. The battery pack has also been tested for all of that. So the car, the passengers, they all remain safe. Now we talked about the motors, we talked about the safety, we talked about the battery pack. Again, let me reiterate, this is not a born electric. They have taken the existing platform of the Harrier and then made it into the Harrier.ev.
Coming up shortly, we catch up with Tata EV management to know about the QWD system and the placement of this SUV.